This is Wadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Let's know where the money is going. Or buy no update to buy no more the amount. As you say, can say a coin. But to me, Kameka say yenchum and yes a bien.
I'm in our car, baby, where Body TV so any na my intissimo Yaa Titi akache. Finally, MPP ni Patrick Boamah I apologize. Ache Ghana for say asama Yebra Aminadam Kaye say Wamu ama betting tax na nye dwuma no won pa che oyan fanche na da Yaa Titi ayenon ani MPP for no ano odin se mo ana mbeka say betting tax na ma implement ntia ba na sen na sika no mo te na kwa hin ana man forecast sami oku eti Patrick Boamah apologize na tie this innocent Ivan ene encancer akwawe wo movement for change Solomon ani Yaa Titi dia sanseni adoma MPP for nya seketwa baye ti kwa do mo so eze baye ti dia konka bibia adoma MPP o
sa me makacho say komo bia ye bedi e wo man Ghana koso so e wo CTV ha no sabe enye dede ne yepe na oman ni ye die nti ene edi sa nkomo no enra enkrofu edi batem because wo mo ntiase say me bisa honorable ami under say e kwan ben na fa so a ade achi anopa yi anase ya kan budget awie na afa obegina Ghana fo anim aka che say betting tax wo ma implement e che say one kobo one cedi kura wo ma nje free Ghana ni bia ho Ghana for do da bebre bufu yes wo mo ntiase ne enti a ai na MPP fo ani abre no mo buafu no mo hu de omo ye omo ho na insult ni nyina mete na meje e maka cho say no enye wo atem die no na be stop bibi o sa 38.2% no ma hu se eho yaw no da so obakomam eti se ye ka no krakra for man ne ho a mo pese mo be gia to politics nti no mo pese mo be ti ase eni I don't care. Me, they hear me say, President Mahama must succeed at all costs. Because someone succeed ya me mebre. What's so mebre? What you say? On my economy ni say ya eka obia. Aje wa mo tisuru adum na oja so abodo ya wa mu nyam bibidi. Me no me ya na nam form ho no ya na ya be brenti me mpan bone say President Mahama was so succeed. Your facts and no and from a who wo wadwen eno ye memem pai bo ene adwuma be sori anopa bia mayire me ho aye ni ya make sure say President Mahama was so succeed because edru mra bia ye do man ne bo bosi afa de ne yakobosi abokra ye mpa ye nim ahwe ye honya akono ye ntimi ntua ye ka mesra sa mra no ne nyina ye tikrom ha o ye nim de akoso ahokyira ye fam aye wom sisi me pacho enya pipi fo nko na se enya DC fo nko na ye ka se mo de mo opposition ti mo nko na mo fa amane anim mo ba mu a ye de amane no be kwa mo opposition for it doesn't work like that. The moment the economy no ebe mess up pe me no me no ya wo form na ye busumi akatua no de rely on it ye ni sika bia ye kotu afri baabi ye ni sie bia ye tu sika free so me no ye ni access to the public purse. But we do without bomb to send young Crawford to be doing without bomb or kayas, menka, which hunting. Me no be a really a babble to me transfer them in Rebiamo 8 years, it's enough. Ya bra 8 years, I can consume 8 years, yet to me Rebiam. It's in the public of an agency, Obama, President Mahama, Mamona, Yadeno, you have free system name, simple. We're gonna clear you. Hey, so we are this in you. We are peeping you. We are some tronia. We are peeping you. Hey, me and family ho. Jandam dia ya kele no myself for all. And yaduma. Enra. Na me kachira mo sa honorable abi andam. Eya monafiki. Obisu wantiase de ntia bi yusu monafiki amano. Na mo monafiki no montiase ho. Montiase. ya mu shaka mo fo na ye nua no mo se mi fo da mo mi say adan ye fro bi munafiki o me kire wase and tro obi o din tro obi o ye hypocrite nya chom munafiki so enra asema me be ka ye ewo I can open segment no so adam di matem no ena me ka wi o eno na me be ka cho me be se usu biem eno na me se usu ni ma bi so wo say wutina wo fie na wo di matem a wutina social media so wo di matem because won ti ase de ntia me bi sa honorable ami Adam say Sikana Ghana Revenue Authority say wo munyaye e di every betting tax ni mu no why na jeje ye no wo say won ti ase what was that honorable Patrick Boamah wa be pacha say e misinformation honorable Patrick Boamah pacha onya NDC ni o oya member of parliament ma NPP in fact onu kra ni seat na asam wo ho baba Sadiq ho no aka kwa central ho asam wo ho Patrick Boamah to parliament onu aka sanim se ni seat no asam wo ho but concern, that concern is there and we are dealing with it. But a member of parliament, Abba Pacho say, I said no honorable me and that car, you know. Now you misinformation. Someone Pacho wo, someone Pacho wo, maybe Yaa Titi and family home. But at least I vindicated me and Ghana phone will say, I mean Adam Mentano. I mean Adam Mentano, and I Mentano in your way, or Yami Busiani. Now one so about survey ya e Ghana as finance minister ya de metasi tua ne kan ya busu de metasi tua ne kan de I have every right some criticize ya some work and in fact asem na me criticize no and na kra dem yutum nchina ma hwe asem na honorable Abiyanda aka no me I'm not interested in any apology from honorable Patrick Boamah saying say e misinformation no I was say attorney general making sure say asem we be hwem ya maybe ya serious abi Adam kasabre o se ache no I was saying ki ache no wo so won ti ase eye den no mamu ya de policy aba na ya jeje tax ni atini ya Jessica Botini enra me de so many rights up ekira wo me tu mira no ba kire sia me tu mira ni free so me show all the online portals reporting Ghana Revenue Authority sika wo munya ya edi free betting tax memo a video of the Ghana Revenue Authority penya wo di animu a omo gigi sika no na numu asem o ka ye enye saman na kasa ye nipa no kire sika dodo a wo magye eno o target esu abanisu for the next football season Sikana wamojiji ya honorable Ami Adam etimi chase out enya akukodro yes our press conference no eka kire yen Ghana for say omo implement betting tax no I was here bisa papa no say sikana way because ye say ajeje to aye de consolidated fund him eho eno man ye gichi ye sika ye de ko etisa betting tax no omoji ye ne sika no omode ko he we need to ask questions. These are criminals. Some crowdfund where we to the stand say once I've read Omonama no and some the pia through amano because Sami Adam say one more implemented betting tax sikana GRS so abochichi ye no sikana ko account be mu apology na family who but apology na mama will say we need to go a step further to investigate all these people mama ye nye deden kikamu kwa please I beg you Honorable Dominic Kayane, Attorney General, I beg you, this issue must be investigated. Yet, na debia na assembly ya kan ya dede na ya jahwane ya kwa sikana ya kan wasem ya sikaketo. And let me tell you something, they took more than 200 million betting tax na ya kan wasem no. They collected more than 200 million according to their own documents. Etenya grobin yedi. And I say ya baba chance say honorable Patrick Boamah baba patcho say that ya misinformation. And as a whole former finance minister like honorable Ami Adam couldn't verify his information before coming out. Really? No way I deliberate. It means sikano afa baby. It's no wo to be kaba be kan we ya kataso. That be na me person be say honorable Ami Adam say mesra no sika no no omo te boys no was street no so no na wanwe won say grofo sika no omo te na na ana like mentiasie sa me no odehia wo ho odehia say ya phone ye ekura wi me pese me gifiri wunsam na me koto ba bi foforo me see you afa ade a cheye na odehia sa be ka che me say phone bi akura ni ho a meje me so mi am ni so odehia age phone ye firi me nsam I promise me so ade akoto ba bi eti ade ani ho yeje something doesn't exist no yeje and Adam ya wow dia mama ni abre sa asem no say sika na ya kan ho asem no enye sika keto o you see and amama will say taxes ni bi na ya jeche wa Ghana ha no ekọ ba bi fufura enko consolidated fund nim enko Ghana ya fotom krofo bi gidi because anya krofo bi da gidi a eye da na honorable abi Adam wa ya former finance minister a gada kukudro upon all the campaign promises akwa wa mo ankasa ba wumia e ka say oba betwa betting tax mu ade ani ho so ba betwa mu ade ani ho a we implement here on what grounds and about wumia gina so ka so betwa betting tax mu honorable Ami Adams to answer that question. So for honorable Patrick Boamah to come out and apologize to Ghanaians. Me anya apology dey hear me sisia but at least I vindicate me mo ana mo tifia na mo didi matam na mo buafu na social media na mo didi matam no someone me makacho say obia ni wo ta obia o but siase so say Ghana ne nyina ye dia ye yo man ye yo man yo nya political party ne ani abre ne ya bebo ho ban. But my priority right now is that President Mahama must succeed. That one, you can't take it away from me. I know you headache. Me headache and I was President Mahama succeed because one succeed my bread. Me want to me see Kasamba say. And now get 1,000 Ghana cedis. I want 1,000 Ghana and there they amount. I didn't check it 1,000 cedis and I met me bisano 3 days. Be quiet, son. What for 1, 2, 3 asa. Tete no ne yaka 10 million wa na nya sika ketwa yaka 100 million ya na 10,000 Ghana cedis na nya sika ketwa o and na 10,000 Ghana cedis ekuta wo na so ukita nkwala me I'm talking from experience ukita nkwala ukita 10,000 Ghana cedis ma me ma the next 2 weeks sika na besa ukita ka ma asem na yaka ne se the economy no a mess up ne se the niam ya troka no. Maybe you are not feeling the heat. So who feeling heat now you understand. Eti me mani bra brese e was President Mahama SOCD. Na economy ni ye because we can't continue to suffer. Ya bra 8 years. Ya bra. En kwasi tax ni ye tua wa Ghana ha ana kwafo jeje tax no ana omo de di kwasi asam. What can not be to baby then buafu? Na kaya then yet a taxa, almost 200 million. No, be about Jina ha catch and say, ya implemented that. Tissikana find him, and I said the pay, and that's when Nam Ghana Bontenso, or in Nam Ghana Bontenso, or done was sorry, no, while cut to the parliament. Cassandra was sent Yatsuru as a finance ministry. What were you as a minister? Ya have criminals oh. Ya what criminals? Ya near crom for the two crom ha and I'm the pen. A boy a chrono, or be called your form net come or could be a bro chobi board ya or drew quarter damn one judge and some narco city and was sentence no. Number they're dealing with corruption no. Ya quite near be a bookum. Until the person is beyond us proving guilty beyond one near the grammar brafua enya ye kasa near the abesho near the protect a cromfo mo de pen wi ayen near bob ho ban na me anda ma tibi be kan asem ti se no okọ obi anya no hwe ade achi ada obi abe patch us asem kan na misinformation and nothing is happening. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Really? Nati amada ni achichire tro kan saa no aye habo criminals amode pen ewia yen na obi private company auditing koso da bia na ya akohwe enti da bia ye kan aban adwuma odi asempa be se aban adwuma de ye mfa so de to ye kon ho bra no wato asi ho really enti ne ye nyina ye bre no because ka me adam asebo kan ye sika ya kan wasam ne sika ketwa o enti se sika na nko aban fotuo mu a sika no efa he ban na nka ye bisa no questions ba see the other NPP NDC ya the other politics and Patrick Boamah say oh ya pagana factor na misinformation. No, you think you are speaking to gullibles, right? What can someone na mo kasa kire ye no ye nyina na ya dwene awuo mebwa o kan ye so e say the journalism there and confessor no mo kikam ya nye de nka aye akufado e kwanyo de be fa so okrom ha no kasa bro ma de waton me na me ka kire wo mona mubu professionalism na ka ba betra ha na ma kame na ato so no audition enso aka na ato so ye de kikam kro no mu wi aye na ka be ba na afa na ya ba to yabo and honorable place career friend is nonsense me I don't have that time o me need that time no me ba jeje so wo ti me hwa ko wo na Ghana na afunu wa tu simple. That some me Ghana ha me nyantum free Ghana na ha na me ti abebo be brother wo ya kromfo wa ban mu ye be dede ye be body ye be dede ami adam oye suspect ami adam oye suspect men so won say Patrick Boamah be patch say misinformation oye suspect e wa betting tax sika na ye je ye no e wa se ya chi no ne bisa the question who bondo yet Ghana hana politics inti ye wia yen the kakra count to nipa no so honorable member ye dishonorable no be so anti say the honorable Mutala Muhammad so 1%. You be friend honorable because that word honorable no some of them are abusing it and kofobi dasu bambia dia answer honorable niema and people were insulting him. Now me say munye serious. Now when you be to say me Adam our friend honorable member no di tro no ada no munafiki. When you be to say a nice person say me your honorable member no did draw should depend him did draw. Okay, so ya politics. Na me Adam ni nam krom ha. Ade a chia no obi abeka de ope no ko. Enti na Ghana yenye yie da no. Ya pe brofo sam grammar akese ni atro. Ghana kwa na aka brofo tia ne yesrew. Sam hunu san cross sam sa ni ade te Ghana ha. Obi kasa no yente no na ye de srew na no honorable Millicent Sunyane is it east or west do two Ignatius no Sunyane west ada ya yese ma me na honorable MP da ka brofo na wachi brofo no dia brofo no wo ma me dia na papa dia wa wo krom kasa kra won te won fere broni dia no tini krom no na broni kra no na ne gise bi o ti bi ka twi ye ya so akasa na ye dia na yempe we are born in one table. We are Santini with me cast and papa. You are not ashamed of yourself. We are going to with me more casa, would me go jacassa, would me care way, would me frafra, would me basare. You are not ashamed of yourself. Obi crom casa, brafo, I am confiding Riano, Obi cabrafo no tia. Now, Danny, I say, Ghana, you're serious. You're serious. And look at how people took the whole thing. No more demand who fell. Better than better so my ya be breast on my because ya pebrofo eche ye die ko China na be say China empanyimfo no na omo president no omo ko America ya omo kabrofo a omo ko omo di interpreter ko onya daje ko ja Trump anim ko kabrofo onya ho ko Dubai go there omo mpanyimfo mo leaders no omo tukwan a wo mo amakoko sua dia so omo bra mpa omo tebrofo no na omo akwa han obi na omo di nadage so no beko no agya ni krom kasaka you are lying by young Ghana ha ye ne gisiu takese tai tele ni abo na kwa brade agi shoe or Jishu Kakraka said Tiani Nanya Menam Tibrafo and what thing. Sadi anado over that Diana slice no Yoko Raminum. It's a Ghana Yasu so your Tibrafo so. Or be a Nimian Sani Yampe. Eti ami ada betime de brofo abe cancer fo no kwani agino because wa kabrofo. What is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? Now ye MPP ni na mi ada ba sem o kan ye wo susu se enya hwe obi kan wasema eye politics intino ma me kodi di nipa na tema wan kasa kwa minim agina da trim. We are talking about over 200 million Ghana cedis. We are there making nonsense. We are there talking nonsense. And obi ntebrofo. And I yasibe for be brofo ho be. Me I don't value English oh. Mo grammar na ya mo kano. I don't value it. Anything here we are no. It is see na Patrick Boamah be patch on what next? That's my question. Yay. What is here? They say Patrick patch on ti dey yen den. What next? Yes, he can win. Yes, he can win. I don't hear me. Because for a whole former finance minister, so Baba catch say I didn't quite implementing to one kobo cry anye. Na GR document actually sika one magia no. Me patcho after Patrick Boamah apology. Yes, he can win here. I don't hear me. Me anya chop no. Yes, he can win. Ukon crack to a you see how people are suffering. What in Kani Kumasi Akase and one Ghana? Go out there and see how people are suffering. Obuawa and Suka one bedroom crown woman yabi. Chip compound keke chip compound. Eh no, President Mahama time. Na and no cry a list cry or tete MPs in the ministers in Sika. No this no. Chip compound kwa be kokro bi sune pinho. I went to Amefi West. That some of the communities are a quite grand num cockronim. Would do crona jar, I was so pack of car. Now one dance network in the chronoso, chip compound in the chronoso, so good die the chronoso. So ask yourself, how do those people survive? This is human life matter. I can't was some Ottawa and now we have PP. Something is wrong with your head. Naka what you want and wo yare wunya hospital nko wo banya school nko wunya nsuo nom wonni kania wonni network. You understand the kind of suffering ankofo nam na ye kasa wo beti ase e ho minister etimi abedi ntro kakaka te say na ye ka ya se me yanka. So after Patrick Boamah apology say Patrick Boamah be yan say e no Yaa Titi mani ntro sika no way what me ka good morning.
Good morning, Yaa Titi.
Yes, sir.
Pacho, ohuye die.
Nyame adome ho ye na so e.
Pacho ohuye pa onia Bema Christopher wala very captain.
Pacho ma menti o.
Anapa onye kopo onka mo. Bibia ni hwe na se wotimi ba TV so say alive a na ye ni be pa because nkofo yi omo mo se omo targeting time bia omo bia no monitor so omo hwe nyina ebe ye kwa. Na every America say papa we asem obe kai trokesi a obe kai. Ya papa we ba dey say won so omo yele omo chino no mo hwe na asem. Papa John Dramani Mahama no ye mpesa obe ba so obe agenda wan those e wu hia o but enye no na hia Ghana po. Ye hia se sika nkrofo ya awia no. Papa e ba be jin sika ya amaye no ajeli nkrofo ya amaye keke en na hia e Itino na mamono mi to me no slow mami boy slow too much. Itino ma security for ni police for ni we na mo mo ye omuti ya hwi ni mo amankro afa nkrofo we ho a bia be da ho amaye ni oni omo ye den eni omo ni adwuma okuja to abala kwa no mo ye pa omo chew omo nkrofo we so mo one by one yes omo blaster light ye show omo simu sky omo body yes kakitwa o ni kuro mti said okay no chiko fans ko aba akoko ani ho what you say ni nkofo no mo no na enyina aye bre nti we a ona boje se aba amanmu ye bompa ye se obetimi ama odi gendama na mama aye adwan ye ba ko o mo beti ba ko amaye nti no ye sere omo kanya omo huma ye onya me ye o ya ona boje se
me da se papa what to make a good morning. Johnny, you're live on Facebook, my CTVGH, my CTVGH on Facebook. Good morning.
Good morning.
Boko there. Yes, sir.
I'm Adam Boko. With the way we know my new supplement.
Patrick Boamah to you.
Until I am inside my palm oil and a penny semi empty farmer common constituency on Abu Saddam Senior. Papa Bisu and I will be now until and then you know MPP for no omoye press conference na nkasa menim agea eba wo mutirim all because adena omo eye na omo be defend say aye lottery then na now omo ka say eno na betting tax emission anasa na tax no omo pass no anasa omo implement no yes Ghana han when I would say so ka say lottery tax woman ka say MPP for no ba umiata na wo campaign no so obo be betting tax no no o ka say be lottery tax no ana ntisa wo as a former finance minister by then na sa wo be begin be ka say mo anje betting tax and ono so kan say betting tax so you no abe you on social media abe ye we abe counter say we ntimi misisi say say na wo kan say BNI NID or BNI say case we when make sure say wo mo be come ama ye hunu say dia wo mo kan no no kre na say kana wo mo di enso wo mo say wo mo anje a ye wo mo twa bet no di ani say wo mo te wo mo enti so be kete say one class kana wo te na wo one ten in fire wo mo say na wo mo anka say MPP for there kwanya wo mo fa so wo mo ayi o man sika no ye be fa sa kwan no so agi disconnect wo mo
so wo he budget na eba na expectations are very high because na Ghana for ahwe anumu wache and this is a new government so wo he said the abato esi course so ewo krom ha say na wo he said the nema esi adadia clearly you realize na amanfo anida so say things will happen and at the back of that and na amanfo share budget by that is the biggest statement aban adeba so far as this whole government is concerned about first budget na Ghana for share animu de ebepie a free budget to the maba proud to that and don't forget abrana campaign time no course no promises be brave so e kroma say and you about this betting a whole broha create a whole lot of conversation in this country na nipa be brave share animu say aban say obey betting taxes and several other taxes in everywhere the revenue hole na ebepie no how are they going to plug some of these things na a lot of conversation na among for heard mu e wo kroma say and ebeda dina no budget in the babonte no I think say all those concerns have been addressed that and yaba bedru a pointer levy betting tax emission tax COVID tax and several other taxes ye kan ho asem no nyina say eni hobiam and wo hwe kwan fast what na that is one thing I think say about government abaso the way a manner homo fast because what now you clearly you see says deep thought be went into this whole thing because it's not as if the government who new revenue source be what plug it in but just a matter of just uncapping and realigning resources are for instance a bit to say free SHS. The major concern has always been a not set source of funding, but a guaranteed and assured source of funding. No, you will not have to do we say papa but this is guaranteed source of funding. But I think the way they did it in the next 10 years, you will be assured say now the free SHS has an assured and a guaranteed source of funding, and that has to do with uncapping get fund. The get fund, over the years no me catch said ko see come apart from say asan akape no ye kape sika ni nyina da kogu central pool in the end sika no hu nyansade omode ye so on capping the get fund alone no our government the action bond we na that so no abanya absorb that particular debt we ye free ho and na wase on capping the on capping no will bring 4.1 billion you need 3.5 to pay for free SHS. So there is extra cash to also pay for free tertiary for NIPA with your saying disability and as forth. You see, these are smart way of doing things. I think it's one of the things I give you that particular way in the next 4, 5 years or 10 years, and we know that the free SHS has a certain guaranteed source of funding. We will not have to, do anything stress here. And several other Niama Bibra. So for instance, with this betting tax and as a fire can once a being. So another strategy that was employed in addressing this particular challenge. For me, I think that is the best. Because with this Revenue Administration Act at the same government at the core, in Parliament in 2016, and Sana buying will be free, and now all seeking to put 6% of all revenue in a saying GRA that tax reserve account service amount for our multi tax in excess and as a form. For the past 8 years, it is money generated over 26 billion. 26 billion, I'm told just 43% per and we use to pay to do tax refund. The rest of the Sikani but you see another strategy Odinya Sikana say that particular 6% we cut it down to 4%. So we need that is extra 2%. 2% in a year will generate 3.8 billion. That 3.8 billion cover both e-levy and the betting tax. Because betting tax, the first time now we're introducing August 2023 and it generated 53.1, I think it's a million. The following year, which is 2024, was around I think 147 in the budget. So Kabuma is somewhere around 2.2 billion. And you are having extra cash of 3.8 billion. Sasika no bi no yi ya odi kutu assemblyman for ka. Sasika no bi no monitor pad at the school for. Sasika no bi no monitor textbooks na for. So you see say so what's answer by you don't have to stress yourself. It's just a matter of thinking and being smart. And I think these are some of the things that finance minister Timia Yenyan Kobe Bianco Pay Bibia Mayeno Timi Abwa some of these saying Sikano Car say or by some of these projects. Now you know say there is a dedicated source of funding for some of these projects. But you see, we are talking about betting taxes that have been removed. But I think that we are losing picture on certain things that are very crucial. One has to do with debt. Our state institutions for instance, the state-owned enterprises, Cocoa Board, then as a form, ECG, then as a form, Cocoa Board at the cut 32 billion, ECG 68 billion, yet the IPP is cut $1.7 billion in all cities, Road Fund at the cut 5.7 billion. These are a car, a go on minus so. There's a controlling accountant general. Arrears are payable time, so say you cry somewhere around 65.7 billion. Says you cannot confirm free. And very interesting now, I never remember me shame and say among 40 various districts in Nasafonum. Am I contract? A contract to a tune of about 194 billion. With that commencement certificate. And they expected the finance minister to pay that particular amount of money. Is almost 95% of entire revenue. A year market for the year. So you see, it's a very dangerous kind of idea. Yet so, and Cecilia Monoka say Bank of Ghana is asking for 53 billion to recapitalize for a bailout. And yes, sir, and they have a negative equity. More they run their operations there. It means more liabilities not outrun all the asset that they have. This is Bank of Ghana. As any other country, be an private way and file for bankruptcy and but Ubi sounds like then they see yet Kroma Addison. This is an institution and on a year in charge of monetary policies in as a form or no and or file for bankruptcy in the state, no. But you know, Sikado could see a Diana Bessin there, Ubu walk on time cry, Ubin Why, ye. printisika at some point in time Bank of Ghana Abadan printing press had a printisika to finance reckless expenditure of government and so I think that in as much as we are focusing on some of these betting near my incentive creating job opportunities and various programs are buying while line is no I think that we also need to look at the other sector but never come here has to do with agriculture sector. But the last time we don't have a conversation, I was expecting say per sector be go massive booster agriculture. But the money earmarked for agriculture is some paltry amount. I don't know whether the major projects and other way now ever are buying every year through how they acquire other institutions because I believe say if there is any sector I bet me am boy am a year who free baby is agriculture sector. I will be telling the government need to incentivize young people to go into a large scale mechanized farming. Okay. Rice production, poultry and those kind of stuff, you know. I understand government has a specific initiative for this. Yes, but you see, I think that agri sector now that boost, you know, or bring some of these things to forward a bit making sure say we produce what we are say no na yankofa over 240 enko other countries here ko import rice and asafo. I think these are some of the ingenuity we need to just sink into the whole operation. Sabaya able to put this whole country on course. Now mine let me run it the mistakes of the past, you know, you can't repeat them. Yeah. And Ghana will not forgive government. So we need to chart a new way of making sure say and yet me up put the economy on the right track, and by doing so no near my import from Abontin Bebre no you ever found crime be so near manufacture ye be Kroma say. For instance, the last time I was telling you say Kroma why they need tomato Accra say. Yeah. So just imagine how we see tomato factory Kroma now we cut it down importer. Sikabe na wunya, adwuma be na won to be creative. You see, these are smart ways. For instance, rice farming. Amount of money e dey kwa bonte quarter rice ba kroma say no, enye sika ketua. So if we were to cut down on some of these things, poultry. I know individual young people who are into poultry. One person over 7,000 birds in Nasa for them. How do we do in such a way that government can even go into some kind of partnership with a lot of the young people coming out of school? Sabaya, about 5 people and as a bet me come as a group. No, or more air running some of these poultry farms and as a form. I bet me I boost to the economy to a certain extent. So I think there's here too a new agri sector. Now you're making sure that investment in the agri sector no because that is the only way we can improve on this particular economy. So on the budget I think that so far so good. I may not have enough this thing to say, but I think that it's on track because the promises that were made to the people of this country, you know, it's like I buy and need these taxes and through trust me. Because all canons now what they were going to do. So I think that I buying crossing on how much more the average and the ordinary Ghanaian. For instance, this levy because any tax regime, no, I'm sure say it should be underpinned by a rigorous economic transactions. So out of the profits, no, that is what you tax the people. But the E-levy, you know, my business, my sika from a bank to my wallet, you bet me wallet to a event say sika no bab and say you bet me. It doesn't make any sense. And we are talking about a government that at some point in time was preaching cashless society. Yeah. We want to push the events a shift to soft money. Now soft money now what is this taxes in as for Boamah? How do you expect people to, you know, some of these things? So I think that these are smart ways of ensuring that things will work. And so far so good. I think that things are on track. We just need to follow it and see how to play out.
2 minutes from minority and also enough.
Oh, I mean, Adam, there are things that baby Hano, so I'm sure we don't even need to waste time on it because he's a betting tax and almost 1 year. Into a month for debate at the Mojano, and the Mamma Noji and Papa Noji. You see, these are, you know, sometimes politics, you know, we don't need to sink it so low, Sabaya, man, for taking it serious. You see, you may be in opposition. You must be critical. You have the right. But you see, we've done our politics in such a way, say, I didn't know because I'm in opposition. I just have to find something negative about it. You know, sometimes some of these things and result in some of these useless comments because Obia himself, this particular bet, you know, has been an activation for, and the amount of money we are mentioning, there are figures out there to bat. So how dare you go out there and say now want to nipa, and some phone and now want to scan and I say why not. So I think that some of these things should be disregarded. You see, we are on a course to build a country. irrespective, and country now you're building, no, it will take the collective mind of us all, irrespective of how you stand across the political divide. NDC, MPP, yellow, green, whoever. So we need to find a way to enlist the collective might of all. You have every right to criticize and as well. But with this bet here through, Kroma was sitting on TV saying a whole lot of nasty stuff. But the same government was telling us you live in the other bet and they were going to take it away. So what is your problem? And they are not just removing some of the taxes. They've been able to plug the holes by realigning some of these resources. For instance, this Revenue Administration Act and a couple about 66% of all revenue. No, we had about 36 billion sitting in the account. I can hold in a special prosecutor air chicken for rata form. No, got that particular money in just 43% per. And we use to reimburse individuals or pay extra taxes. The rest of the money no anything gone waste, and somebody about who said, let me cut it to 4%. Now we use to finance a lot of the projects here. What is your problem? Because the amount of money we are getting from that 2%, is bigger than the entire levy and then the betting tax. So it's not as if we are creating a hole. There is a smart way we are creating just to ensure that these holes are filled. So what is this whole hula baloo about? Now you implement it. I think we need to just disregard these things.
Solo.
Yeah, that's the woman say
another books you do.
Say a church comfort budget a year or share some of penny or tissue piano. Yeah, Oba man the finance minister at Yakutuga. After morning, Sika, you see and you might be and one finance minister to actually Safi I fear women. Yeah, Yame Adomnas and Kofoduma Koso Mudi or yet Mutia. I feel Libya 223.
Yeah, 223.
And I hear him see BD 269 billion.
Deficit
43 billion. Second and you had the Chinokotu. 43 billion. The question is Ibiano. The Bakuela La Sulala say Kojima. Now, say, Dipana Duman Kosune, 23 billion. It means I was here, Sakwaji to do an deficit required to be carefree.
43.
And it years you say, you pay Chase Cadia, Abia Crana, Yahuan. Yeah, and then a ma, whom has a gun and Ibiano, also born model. Now, Yabuagan and Ibia Dumas on the Koso.
Ultimate Yato,
Timmy Abambia about Gugana for me one night. I want to Amemoise. As a Wuna saw the Geo money in Ghana for Nagasu. Yeah, or mine, Yeska, Omunjato, would be PSUN, would be Vati, would be Trebby, would be taught insurance to Abambia so I do media, the Ashen son. Constitution were beautiful. Now the Paboniti Nayana to me and the Loga Article 36. Udia Utibiano. Mosori Amukotana MPs in ministers fear Pomochon. You don't have to do that. Also, the state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and to secure the maximum welfare, freedom, and happiness. And happiness. And it count every person in Ghana. Okay. And to provide adequate means of livelihood. And into my penny mamma or two. Maybe so I'm many years. You look as an energy. Who are you? I was so many. Now, Obama Maniagia, a budget to know why. Okay. And the better said, you need better, and I said, you need. And empty budget, you know. Yeah, it is a Mosidia. Restarting the economy for the Ghana we want. Ghana Benny Epe. Ghana Yepa, they say, better sorry, you be chimney, you should not ababo. Adenta 40. One way to me, and shoe Menano. Answer and the liberty, no percent shoe and fun tap. A dear Ghana Yepe, say you're quite in a papa. Ghana Benny Epe, Ghana. ɔbɛbu no wie school a ɔyɛ ɔba a ɔnkɔtɔn no ho ɛma bɛrima bi ansa na wɔanya adwuma ɔyɛ bɛrima a ɔbɛnante saa gye sokotwa bet ɛnyɛ Ghana yɛpɛ no Ghana yɛpɛ ne sɛ nneɛma boɔ ɛwɔ fam ɛdan ka sɛ ɛdan asɛ deɛ ɛdan no ɛna obi de bɔɔ no ɛdan wɔwɔ ti saa daka
ka obi anam anakɔ so ne die o
ka bi ne bi deɛ tu kan da ɛdan boɔ mankɔfo dwane firi yɛ nkuropɔn mu Ghana yɛpɛ ne sɛ ɛdan boɔ ɛbɛkɔ fam Ghana yɛpɛ ne sɛ ohia so bɛte ohia ɛso bɛte na Ghana yɛsa pɛ kura etwa yɛsɛ kura de etwa ma wotwa me nsu no ne Ghana galamse enimu a yɛsɛ yɛn sas ɛno tina deɛ na yɛhwɛ anim sɛ budget yi nhyehyɛ de ba bɛboa yɛa no ɛno ana makeka kyerɛ finance minister kyerɛ no adwo ma menka sɛ aban no atumi akyerɛ me bi sɛ unlike previously sɛ ɔhyɛ boa a ɔso di so nti ɔma me yɛtirimpɔ bi sɛ ɔmpɛ sɛ wodi bɔ no a ɔmo hyɛe wɔ campaign no meka no saa because nsɛm na finance minister kɛkae no yɛnya ndi so
sɛ ade agye budget no atom
ana yɛgye tom koraa no a sika no amma bi hɔ a wontumi yɛ sɛ ɔte aseɛ but budget yɛ estimate once about na etwa mu no ko he estimate for the year say GDP no more target 3.1 but ewie no more 5.7 so baby also no more deficit no more he so many 4.2 then she could be 7.9 enti e budget waka na no nche say san be dey janda pinning every budget here idea economics for we can say all things being equal so be anya peda big tax I'm going to be here for I'm actually with him so be yes as also the miracle na yesakre me here betting tax I'm actually so be here for I'm share bo and I'm also be here for the person was share bo na we this COVID tax I'm nya for compound calculation of VAT I'm nya for and we say a continuous task a task force as a task force me disagree some go find me for na
okay
I'm fan go phone you kuma ya yimbi ya yin to me kire ha yibi adetwa ni to free so then is a boy
okay
now various allocations now on the call ministries to say free SHS education free SHS 3.5 say financiers are most more finance political parties say man go yimi na mu jamu mampeni etumi ejina ne national waka say aduane a yɛde ma free SHS for no yɛnkɔ kra mu mfira ma no na emum local farmers no yɛbɛtɔ afiri wɔ mo a ɔman ne bɛkɔ n'anim
okay
textbooks are also model about 570 million kwa print no yɛkyerɛ he yɛ new town kɔfo machines si hɔ a ɔmakɔ kraba ɛnyɛ bibia na mfaso bumu nti no yɛkɔ China akɔfa yɛkɔ India akɔfa new town for no wɔ hɔ
okay
me na bi sika ma ka party no nti no chenchira yan ko fanfra ma no edu na ma ye sika no ye sidi no na ho ode nya dai enyina so mo cheche ma mo kakra kra nya ni baba kra mo ma no okokuma ase asafo ni ayi obi printing presses bibre ho ta kra de ba bia bi obi yan cheche ma nso obi aso obi anya bi no mo ya o be ba nwuma ma fa nipa o de ko China ni India o ma wo no mu nwuma ho
today bit me aye wo Ghana ha na yenya wo ha
na ye mo mai mo nwum
okay
so yes eno nti me no eno ne ade a be so nkwa any all the other sectors no e bi sika ko bia mo nhwe se Ghana fo no ene be ye dwuma no edwuma de ye no anko ade a mo ma Ghana ni ye de
onye
etos bio 24-hour economy ne de o msi ye trashe do na e wo se o mo mani breso isan say you to campaign promise
omo ka so mo to ashada
budget no so mo train policy
policy implementation
you to ashada no
okay and to share that
me get sure say and kire so do
to share
o ka se to ashada de na say nya amaso
na amaso budget ya no the policy de buy you to ashada say me ka twi ka sala na ya wo ye ju ka twi me ka twi ye ka se etu ade ahyeda e betu se kira no de ba die etu ahyeda ano de wa mo so ti me kai wo
o kai no
wo tu share da na se wo fi se ye ni ewura fi se mo
me no ya adwen
onyere no ho na o famra ade bi ti se and I like kai e so dangerous ma my say tonaton e den ye kotokoko e gba koton ni aboka se ko body catch to be e ye den ya sa de ntutu aso ana ya wi ye sika gofo etitie asisi amronsa sika ntomense aka ama mo maka kire ye niam se omo ye smart mo ba ya ora ama ye di mo tete ho ana ken over at America wo su national security wo si wo bia e na bi kase me kro nya oba be su me so ready to meet you and go for mine sika ya wasa o muslim abeka kire se tole to koko no obie ni wo ye koko kwani a otumi di ni koko kwa amano ne je tie bia o so de ba beton ma ban na ban so akoton no amano ne nya safu na okọ no be beton o mo to dada ye di sa adwa ya boka sa company ni si ho ye nchi mu ni pa mu obia edigi nom e chele okurum ha
e fatan
Electricity Company of Ghana, you to be a sika mam, and the auto prepaid, Usika or ECG or as a time of pen of the light amount. One also would dig up 68 billion.
Yeah.
Now, what you want, sounds a movie. Almost former chief executive board for the United Namo, and I was almost granting them. I would answer to be running business. Yan kra ya bra wo ban business what na ran ya bokasa yi esa so wa no kasa eni so kasa bi ADB Agricultural Development Bank useless bank take it for me
egu
bank house abu bo
say kokushin wo mu e be sika kokushin
mo sa 2 billion ko
eni na bi
mo ko chani ADB ma besia wo mo de ko akoto Enioma wo China, Malaysia. Bank ni say
ADB Agricultural Development Bank.
If you afford ko no wa popo. Wo eni mu nyansa mo de to. Akoya connection sa bank no, any bank bia aban bia beba so, select and free the house akwa ye ma loan da. We are crazy as a nation. Me ko hoda, timini wa mo. E na me also on go je no to free Jubilee house you must be sick.
Now don't you Ghana ni.
Now all I'm giving that you are not serious. You don't deserve to be a bank. You must clear off. Maybe Baba pay on the strength of my own business and my balance sheet, you know. May come out or be on one your business that by virtue of politics. To Jubilee as the bet said ye maniska. And this bank go to Kushima to Kusi Kodem Koda. All the state-owned enterprises were sexual too. A camp one of them. Enti yabakoswa ama mabukana ekabebem because under no circumstance edena bedio abamba ya na ye the politician kwakotana enye bibia ne the politics and for a reason because the moment the politician kwakotana no oba odi engofo no mo ye politics ne ka me nyina na ye campaign o da je tonto akwa ye minimum baba so wi achale Shemamia, difficult so because so the neutral for no equator no manager na aboa yi anyway koko sika oma oma pedeso peso so sidia na ho odi nkofo o peso so anu a koko na ye di dollar kotoro nyai
na president
eya den ye kwa kotoko kwa free piafo cities mo sore afibia mo so makwa kobo bisia syndicated loans e wa amano ne chop kro no nti na mo de akọji dollar ba be se ye kon arrange feed odi eni mo na je ne share obi a je ne share ye kotoko ko ne wi a ye sa akoto abra ye betina raise cd bonds ana se treasury ha ye de akotoko ko no ye de akọji dollar engushi ye
all right
mesra mo galam se no se rain fee chase ya ko forest na NDC for na replace MP before no
Tano se tano anuam yakwache dumo
wanti ya omna su dum one pe tene wo mi eni mo ye bushafo MS feedback no awu shemu omu tu cha se mo nti so dogo bi nwabe omu tu inform gra o am se o mo nya aka so mbese Ghana no mbese no sa no mo a share bo na ye wo MP a ne mamufo abane na abane se no mo twa de su MP ni ti ho What is happening? I win, I'm Piazza, make your friends the Bondiman.
No call for them, I try to.
Oh, my good sacred good, so say, God says, I was a national security take interest in Anamcotia. Speaker say, or investigate, speaker, or investigate, a galam say. Who galam say, wouldn't say you go to class here. Oh, son, you will be na assure Ghana for the say, I already say, but one dear friend Galamsey. And can we a fine case? Now, the anonymous chairman, I didn't see NDC chairman or what. Evaluate a jammer jura, a constituency. I'm from Chamidino. Evaluate a jammer jura constituency. And this chairman or no say, not by Naba power. Tis your concession will take you. Can you imagine? You Asher MMDC list so talk or how or Jenny, you need call your MCNS. That's it. Oh, say, or move it to. That may my constituency walk up with demonstration that. Oh, but I maybe organize your demonstration. Because this current for lands and natural resource minister. More no other places. Only dealing with Galamsey in his own constituency. If he succeeds, that's the end. Okay. Because on one when I know Galamsey the cost daily. Serious. Yes, I am my year fast track year war assassin. So and yet pampa one. Okay. And it's budget in a year. Or more, like I say, if you want to be aware, yeah, offer 1 to 1 more. Okay. Now, a better than you're not going to forget to be Bible verses. I know Joe Jackson say, no pen wine in any angle. And I say, one time go to Bible, be our Bunya Mediaza from Qua. All right, I'm fun as a MPP, my country will say, behind a state of confusion. Okay. She won't coalition lose sound. The busy damo. What in a good? And TV panic cassa, or the would you walk? Now, me check you could do a pump. I want to young man, your time position information was a one channel once ago monumental project. Oh, yeah, like I could do. What radio show I present our car, refuse our couple of fun. Jeremy, I give back Pau, Ministry of Western Housing. A young monumental, and so wouldn't you want to say a casa could do Ponkuma when you didn't service with Neil? Oh, mommy, I give back information ministry. Neil. But we are now because I Ghana now. Yeah. They should be serious in life. And the man best. Tell me.
Let me say. Chini solo akani na yeah. Share budget we are can. On say sena na America no obia ajatu. Because Osha solo commenter on my na Osha Chidia on my na only nam kwano hoa. Nadia street nesua Nadia Ghana for na can say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was sister Ghana for Yadria Yadidrini say 1 all politicians are the same. 2 all mama ye are they different beer. 3 Yenji politicians endi because obi who say we a politician now kasa osi say we a politician they are can mean ndi because ye wo kro we mu ana ebe ka kire yen say people of Cape Coast we are building harbor and a port e wa Ghana ye wo kro we mu ana ye be ka kire yen say there will be no haircut. A man for the Moesika, Akotu Bank. Rebecca said there will be no haircut. And to say now we are going to protect the public purse. And a Titi Apansa asset. And to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, a buyer. As I say, Niamana, okay, Ninano, as time goes on, as I saw Yenina. Because the depths of distraction are. Foriata, any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any Nanado Danko Kufado, Nipa Miesawe, the depth of distraction on Mundi Ghana for a common. Anyadi Kitua. It is more deeper than the depth of your friend is 58.1 million, your friend is cathedral. And as I say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, on making sure say Niama Okika Yenina no obedi so ama waye look at the betting tax 10%. Say obi akoti ni bet awini won so at the same person what depriving of employment within the 8 years no over 14.7% unemployment rate. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say sa betting tax no ifa so anye de eni so enti oye den oye free ho kra muti ya mosi na nka mo susu mbeye free so de obeka ya na say omu de omu anji betting tax kra na for time I introduce betting tax ebesi ene sa 288 your parents a million no one ejis askam SARS can efa and the deputy finance minister no nim say SARS can na buy no as a finance minister no ojiana. You see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say that electronic levy na ye dey atoso no. Look, yeah, and then me try oka 300 Ghana cedis. Na o maami o te krase say o send ne sika 200 Ghana cedis. Na do be yi ni die efri ho. Na sa sika na o di 100 Ghana cedis kotwa bet e wo phone so a san so be yi bi efri so. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say these taxes no collapse businesses e wo Ghana. Because who kotwa phone 1000 Ghana cedis your amount receipt now on say taxes e go so ni na no contribute about 500 Ghana cedis at then it's so high. We cannot point out one community hospital His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo any Dr. Marumu Bawumia amwewie are operational. Meanwhile, agenda 111 you have spent over 400 million. Say you could see agenda 111. And you see, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, wa bano, we na yembwa. Ayo man and a CC. Budget we are can and the hope a brave mamenum. Budget we are can and the hope a brave nyanuma or more free SHS. I'm sorry, I'm saying free SHS, Excellency John Dramani be cancel. Say see an or Shamukina is improving it because that allocated fund of free sukwana, the allocated fund will be there. Okay. What must say? Yen numa. You can't say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, you can't say, who dear, who call tertiary institution, public tertiary institution, either Legono, either UCCO, either TECO, who first year or allocated 499.8 million. So, first year, no, dear, we here now, we be call Legon, acquire medicine, acquire accounting, acquire molecular biology, acquire whatever course you want to do, free. A government a paper say about building the nation. A government our hope yen nyina your hope woni mu say oba be building the nation. Or say or you see 499.8 your friends a million for omo amunsacha. Yeah abaya na Ghana ye we yen nyina nsatia ne nyede enye pe. What must say yi la bi bae obubu afo sotua nia ni afra sotua nia oti ye friend say Kwame Nkrumah circle osere sika sotua. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say disable uko square for your entire tertiary education there is an allocated fund for it for that. Now so mo dia mo ba ye no Mukate say you were protecting the public purse. UCG running debt. Running debt of about 68 billion. Yeah. IPPs running debt about $1.73 billion. IPPs energy, IPPC independent power friends producers. You see, the road fund, what can be here? Na the amudi kapi e no crap sika no fa e wo infa sa na ebu man look o che a car omudi all your friends say all the friends say international bodies mo ko jiska wo mudika she taxes a ye di bra Ghana for over 40 individual taxes. Ebi mu kura expire, ama mu expand. 3% your friend say flat rate. Get fund dey 5% increase. Ebe na ka be expire 2017. Omo be increasing expanding. Okay, lottery tax. Yes. Lottery tax eba ye 2017-2020 within your first year, first 4 years. You see, it's Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Waka say all these allocations in na. Ye wamba within secondary school, sir. Within even primary school, sir, muko school because of PAD. PAD in Jonko school.
Yeah, the tax was short.
Yeah, mu introduce PAD cry the tax, mu the tax to PAD so. Ama ye hu nia ye di sa PAD sikano tax na mu the two PAD so no ye di ye. Ama ye womba awo Ghana. PAD into mu to me go school the whole of their menstrual cycle. I say menstruation is a disease under MPP. That will mind we. But His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abba. Or see a memnu bia or your bar or co school. Ye bet check your friend is saying part among free while ye allocation among say it is not going to end under his administration. Even after his administration, as I say, any allocation among, and also I 292.4 million among, saying fine and future tax no among. And easy, Senior Solo Ekayano. Me Marco election, I will need that. Marco election, I lucida. What must say? Me say, oh, Lucy election. Is it? Oh, Chankra, my your friend is a declaration of the results. No, Uko feel koda. What must say? Uko feel koda. And tell me say that electoral defeat, no, it is still hurting the MPP. As I say, they should keep quiet because look, business communities now, omuchia those taxes, no. Like ukasa na umo mbuere fumo ami anda toka mi menti bet mi nya bet mi try bet but ami anda toka people produce soft copies of better or try we di 10,000 yateno what must say then around 1,000 Ghana cedis. 1,000 Ghana cedis. Obi monthly salary. What I say? Obi monthly salary. And per the data no, more than 288 million. Aden. Who also be true? Aden. You see, lucky to be I can say stealing in the name of God. So lucky to be say Bob Marley stealing in the name of God. And that is what from 2017, 2018, 2024. That is what your friend is saying. Kenoforiata under his administration. Oba now was say atade white. Now abebo Proverbs 17:17. Look, we know about Bible chapters. Na nyina e kronun kwa. Kronu kwa mu hwe the debt mudi Ghana for ekom. All right. NHI mudi yeden mu ka pay sika no mudi yeden. Get fund mu ka pay sika no mudi yeden. All those road fund mu ka pay sika no mudi yeden. And they thought say it was impossible for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to scrap the 10% betting tax. They thought say it was impossible for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to scrap the 1.5 year friends say e-levy. Yeah. They thought say it was impossible for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to make allocation for feeding grants. And you see, they were even arrogant in displaying their ignorance. Urefi. Yama minimum mummy adwane ye ma ye nuanom omo Ashanti regional ye friend is minister ho me chia Dr. Frank Amakohene ene position na Amakohene kita no the former minister no gina soro no ka asa be hangi wo soro till eternity o se mo fi anko you see mo fi anko ene aban papa na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama aban papa ehunwo mfaso ema Ghana fo aban papa ehunwo mfaso ema mbebunu ayete Ghana aban papa ehunwo mfaso ama ayare fo ewo Ghana And I'm care about.
Yeah.
Feeding grants here make one sem. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama I making 1.78 million allocation for almost fan share your friend say feeding who is same. And say who nanado dan kweku fado. Abro no bebe Ghana. But you see, yeah the Jawa.
Yeah, the Aswa.
Near the Aswa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Akase. He will not blame anybody. Okay. And he has also advised communicators say, "No blame you, Bia." But then na yenya bako na yembua say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will succeed and he is going to succeed.
Okay. Ebenezer, I say NDC, you are not serious. That's why you are not ready to prosecute these NPP criminals. So I support Kenoforiata for suing them. This is Nkwasi Asemkora. Hey, bra, Priscilla was say good morning. I'm watching you live from Osu, and a conscious Agonia was say Ivan, keep the fire burning. Omar Mohammed was say NPP are like David. I know they. Okay, innocent. Made a budget in Nano. Baby ba ko amani anye ho no de me so so bia be ka se bia be no ye me madwen sa teacher training and nursing training allowance it's high time we say you board me twam
my culture
it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, so, I think I never fuel some of this decision has to do with the how we've politicized some of these things because what national bisa was a nyansa ben a womb. Say Akrabako nursing training college, Akrabako teacher training college. Yes, there are financial difficulties in for, but on mine be masika free. Na for we are babetina fee for 5-6 years. If any rational person be there is no point to rationalize this particular situation in any context. But you see, we've politicized the whole thing to the stand. Say, uko free the political capital na. We general so what the year way no it become another way you be hippie on your head, and sometimes this is a government that has taken over first time and you need to put yourself somewhere to be able to know said the basic. So in the subsequent years ahead, you know, because President Mahama is one person who took a bold decision. Say he will make sure that those monies, you know, will go into building infrastructure, making sure that hospitals are available. Yeah. So go for student loan. Would you be we school now? Jobs will be available because it doesn't make sense. I'll pay. If me allowance and me the school no better 4 years, 5 years. For instance, nursing. Nursing is something is like an apprenticeship kind of something. Yeah. The more you practice, you know, the more you become efficient. We nursing training college now continue fee for 3-4 good years. Trust me, we be fee those practical way, you know, because adumani is about. It's a practical thing that you only need to know the rationale behind what you're doing. You understand? And in the they become very blunt and ineffective. So I think it's one thing that we need to look at. And then 24-hour economy. I've listened to a lot of conversation around it. It's good said now the whole policy will go through a certain implementation phase. But yeah, I'm saying you see, to run an economy, I bet me a grow no. You need to go full gear industrialization. I've listened to a lot of people who say teachers bachelor they are double, nurses bachelor no. In building economy, teachers, nurses, policemen, military, they don't build the economy. They provide third person services because teacher no adwuma say obe equip the workforce with knowledge and skills. Nursing in adwuma say obe make sure say the workforce no healthy. Police in adwuma say the workforce no will be protected, maximum security will be provided. That is the job that they do. So the workforce, you know, what do? They go full industry, they work, they make sure say they turn the economy. So if we are going to do 24-hour economy, I think the full concentration should be on industrialization 24/7. Because if you go to America and other places, our economy they run because they have industries that are running 24/7. Because when you run this industry, what is automatically you are going to cut down import. Okay. Because for instance, some of these factories are making when they're running 24, people are having job to do. You are cutting down exporting and so forth. So I think there is something that we need to set down, plan with properly. Now enquire say, oh, you say a graphic corporation be around 24 hours. Because I say, what is the graphic area 24 hours? What I say. So I think that we need to go full industrial gear. Now you making sure say these industries, companies now as you coming on stream, no. So you first one district, one factory kind of way now. I could find a scam, no. Those are things that we need to identify some of the areas. For instance, if you go to a command dining as for beer him said tomato in as for and so you go identify that particular enclave, you put the 2 tomato factory. Make sure say all tomato from Techima and Tebubu, that area can tampon will go to that particular place. And not that you create a viable market. You can even export, make money. You understand? So in the factory, you have people running shift 24 hours. And they have full industrial GIA, and those are the things that will turn the economy around. And yes, a teacher need be pony, teacher need be area. No, it doesn't build. No, it doesn't. No, it will impact, but it doesn't build the economy. We are talking about how a bit me a put your home and now I say at me generating economic way. Those are the areas. Poultry farming as a form. We can run some of these things, and I think that those are areas implementation phase in the we need to look at, and those trivia we now man for Canada. I'm not sure that particular thing cannot be part of this whole thing. And now again, so we budget here ya kan ho asemi nyina we na se for ya ade ba ko a na Ghana ni edi enya ye hopelessness ne despair amidst of all that has happened in this particular country. The promises, everything has been made. Said they not Solo Owusu kan asem ne say ya kan budget a projection. So projection, there are 2 options. Either you actualize it or you can't. So some of these things, will depend on the kind of commitment that government will make in ensuring some of these, because revenue penny a bit expenditure so it depends on how our government but I think we need to immerse ourselves in a situation who said the average Ghanaian is hopeless, the average Ghanaian is desperate, the average Ghanaian no jobless. Among for the economic space now some style, for instance, and yet now no president buying or try say DDEPs na for no otia kama manfo. Are you aware say in the next 4 years, government is supposed to pay 150 billion in debt restructuring to domestic domestic bond holders in Kwao. External is around $8 billion dollars. I see it here. So it sure said the economy now stretch it to its largest limiter. We need to we be say hasting slowly. Now you make your choices in a very rational context. Sebeya enema emumfaso. Na Ghana for betting hold this whole government in another particular trust. But my culture say the last leg Ghana democracy ejinaso this Mahama administration. Well, it got to a point people were even yearning for military coup d'etat and as a forum. There are others who say, okay, let's give this in a long shot. And all had a massive and a resounding victory that President Mahama got now. It showed the level of trust among our reposu. So this government cannot afford to fail people. So we must do everything to ensure that the last leg Ghana's democracy is standing on will survive, so that people will have trust in institution democracy once again. And yes, sir, in the sub-region, on the our neighbors in go cool way. And look at the way they have been celebrated. Unfortunately for Mena Ghana Hayati, the military we have, and yet the military they are all appendages of political parties in as a forum. They are there at the behest of their political masters. And do kofa obise or your military na omedi or minus or mine now because they are all politicians in as a forum. The discipline that very often you see in the military you will not find it in the Ghanaian military because they are all politicians. And we need to tread cautiously and make sure we rebuild trust, we inspire confidence, and make sure Ghana 4 will be part of this. And in doing this, it should also serve the interest of Ghana 4, because Abayin serve Ghana 4 interest, and then there is no sense having the government. You understand? So I think doing all these things, I am very a tricky thing. One way you'll be overwhelmed by power. Oh, you're not to me, and I make catch you with a man for jubilate, a mobile position. They are asking whether the place is juicy or not. Sanka adwuma dey amount they say you juice what is your problem? But actually the mindset behind it. So I think the president needs to assert authority and make sure say he's fully in charge. Obi messy up how you deal with the person drastically just to ensure say Ghana for will have hope say no ma ban ye but you can't mess up because I catch your nipa so we jai nipa de obeye no pa ma yesu mfa na bag in cotton is legon no be an check no obeda soro nemo obeye na be your that is who we are. Until we need to make sure that we hold people in check, and in doing so, the government should make that a priority and make sure that other prosecutorial agencies and institutions are able to work to full function. Cecilia, the pie issue na concord. What is it? Sikano washa se tete so.
So what it is so near there.
Nti Ghana is serious nanka ye kase yanka sama.
I me bon person by next week ni be share na bia na fe ye full.
We dey ya kan ho asem.
Yeah, we discuss it proper.
Yes.
Solo 2 minutes na yanko.
Ghana for Mododo na le toaloma emis William
Otuma land.
Ana me tia da kwa numa ewo okabe. Otuma ye
Solo be kume.
Abranti waro so kro ba ye onkasa ebe ko akopam na fi.
Makio. Kion.
Oh kion mi abini ya be ko akopam. Onkasa enti ebe ko.
Obekasa to boys, obekasa. Obabo ejuma to boys.
Now Yatuma abani bumi chese na enyome koso.
Yeah.
Ora mama ontumi mo be ya wogana. Yeah. So what important mo so bi kwa kura kwa yini makotu galapsi e wasede.
Exactly.
There was citizen arrest. Anna as NDC mamu nyento mo se. Mo be ma dipa kakra bi akwa ko ye galapsi na
yedimu nyina afra. And that one is very important.
You must rise up.
Yeah.
It is your party that is in power. But when few people feel say almost support from party now, say but party should have what buy on. Yeah, say party difference. Party in the two about I don't know mama buy any support no appoint.
Yeah.
Ministers here. Wa ko see bibia ko fo. That be I any support of former. And it mo no. So be here there will be a time or in the battery na ye be fimara eba be mo na ye normal because me here what now am MPP from go for year o we sika ya mo tumi chesi o me o ma so that for negotiation say between 2027 and 2028 I want to Ghana ye ko twa ya ka ye de mo akese o nyanse wo
yeah
in 2027 2028 na abay election Sata wo ban we want me nye major project
yeah na ho kira ba
na o de wasa ko jina so ba o ka so be we want to ade wanye o ba e ro ka so be ma a big push of say $10 billion me boa the first budget the other is almost $800 million now o calculate this every year be the one kwa kan one sa the third and the fourth year that you year Sata na ko tia ka kese to big push o jumi nye ye de be kwa campaign
but me dance
e to chi wo ntam mo na start di bia eyi national service ya wo mo ba yi ya mo wi asiki to yi na my the fast eyi yes tax refund account o ma ko wi asika no bas tese ko fo di sika o
ma wi ayen pa
billion
o ma wi ayen pa
o de to boase obia we di Ghana sika de we want to assure them obia
assure them ya mo assure ba ya parent me the word nyame le hwe nipa
okay
me gidi rough
and to person say special prosecutor investigate obia na
oh yes
sa obia including me no me
oh ye nyina e rather say we expenditure no e si do revenue
no
na na ekoye ya ne na na suman be di nkoma no pay wa wonim say omo de omo nya ba na sikasem ho nkoma no taxes na nti ya kan budget we say ya mfra wo mo kwa na say de ya sa kapuma ne ya yam no na say nkoma no enye complete because e say ka boy ya ye dia ye nyina ye nyina no ye charges
na won ka spare pass kurampo
o de spare pass ndie no ya another day conversation because ndie na no ade kitua bi a ye say no na support tie no say na media minimum ni di me na minimum ni di yes
link bar
media minimum yes na ma tie no rent tentem na me call yes one side and pay yes 500 bedrooms say the also top 4 set ni nyina me ka say na say okay ka ko be 2000
and obi so shaft say we no so control shaft
ya wa ka say wa
obi so shaft say
ka say wo
and control shaft
brand na le shaft
and the ofa mu jani kra 500 ofa
e di na ka ye and control shaft
de Ghana go ma wo se ma ni tura ngu e yo de se so me se bra yi twa ne ho a
o de se aka de se ma sesa no
yo bra ja
eno de ma sesa no
bra ja
ba ko na na shaft
o twa ne ho a kaka ben kura na ben di ye de wo ya so se na the shaft gina bu we asemo nana Esuman Motors mo hoye.
Nyame na dum.
Na no metwa mu wo 18 mo ho. So say we 18 mo de meta twa mo ho ba. Cars no so de bi gu ho fine.
Come on.
Oh, cars no bi gu ho. Ba ko bi am ho ye in fact na my appetite say.
O hwe de bi.
Me hwe car no me jana me say ani pa twa o nyina ma me hwe kai. Me hwe ne proper. Me hwe kai am say de si ho na. O we say de me so me su ya. Ye na me dem a.
De wo ba wo hu de.
Yes aka so wo ya fe Bobrapa.
Allah.
Bobrapa.
But I know you be budget no ho nkomo. Na ya say so far so good. The ne nyina ya twen no minister ba be kan ya wie. Mo expectations mo emiti yen ana. Emiti so a de ne de na mususu say wo say ban ne ye. Say be ye be maka ne bo aba form kakra na eja ye ko esuma motosa. Kakra na ye kita no. Ne de ri twa ye ho no. Ye betimi atobie. Budget no in all net will say.
We dear Obaya, my fellow fidie so etia my TF4 fidie kese we so CTV ekwechire pa
we say de nyame adom
say mo hwe ye nyina ye chi obibia ye mo bibia so afechi apa because Ghana afiba ko be kan ye
fio okay independence
6 March
ne
na budget na de wo ma baka na nso nya ye di dwane de edwadufo ne de aka te se send no na a favor wo mo
okay
because we habon sam na e bi nim
okay
na ye nim de se wo mbasan so abebiem na se sen won de ye nim na oba ya ade ba ko a hanye edwadufo ne se wo hwe sa taxes ayetua na wo mo kan se wo mo bo hwe habon sam no so ye den ama
no
sese no abo sa taxes 23 no ayetua no
smith ya na download we no na fe ye mfa na ba ko
kra ni wo mo a eba mu
okay
e manye na dia amana enije ene sede so abekro yi mu eye sa mobile money send no eno de aboboa otum se ko yi mu nya ededefo no adwuma na yeye wo man no no enye se ukita mobile phone nko an wa wi o mobile phone bi wo ukomu a noma bebre wo mobile phone mu sa ne dwede ne yede etie me didwa me de no mani fi habo ba tie ye yo eye dan a mesan so anya sika mesan ni ama obi enti se habo ho no me hoto me kakra na nka sa send so mu ato me kakra na nka makoma aye dan ato me yem ba se na ka ba ne se me nya sika no na me send de a aho no pressure no ebaba fo na mom sika so amede kwa habo no so eno so me ye ne dai mapa to utie ne yefa because habo ho ne sika ne baba me ye bi asend ama obi what you see enti se send na ko fam na me bebre kwa habo a I think say awo
asem balance
emanye na wo mo so e ka kire ye say 120 days but say 120 days no enso ye nti am ya confuse kakra
say bia
120 no won baba baka bibi foforo a kire ye for nye habo ensam no de effect obi bia because dokunya ye di wo dia won kraka o nti wo dia we ka habo asama o ane dia fa no ho eguna so achi ba wo to dokuno no ebro no fi Ukraine eba what you say wo mu tie duty tie ne yo
nti dokuno na say abo no 7 cedi ni 10 cedi no kwa na e wa kire
yes won nti budget ne de no kra ya me anim ne I to say nkwala we di agro na obi apin obi ato nsuo mu dia oto nsuo mu no na ebusuafo ye den esu eti yawo ba de opian ne de e dan ya ye bobu no mpa ya nkuno mabati wati ase se no budget no de o ma ba kan wie na emu nsam no na ye bebrebe
okay
e de manye
okay
yesere se finance minister bakasa eye yaji atum na emu wo msamre biem emamanye abo se ebe ye tax way anase we efiri so amanye se one cedi mpo no mu ye efiri so eye sika manya pa
okay
no kure se one cedi mpo no mu ye efiri taxes ni bia so a eye sika manya covid say wo mu so mu beyi na wo mu hwe enim what I say car make yi car ba ko na covid tax no kwa ye 10,000 tien ye yo na se ye yi firi ho a se 10,000 the baby before ana sa 10,000 so metie fi car na me di be kan because all this tax no I have to add it in the car
okay
na me di metima mu ni oba beto enti se aka te se kofi ko na so di mo
motas we no be mama na me ye ndi hu komo because very important
guso wo be no ye mbisa no se ye hwe ye cedi no ene dollar no so dwadie sesia na te sen
dollar no de se de se obia be di adanse se gina kakra what ya se
ma me borrow phone no
dollar no agina kakra be ye america kakra be 15 something na de no what ya se ntumi ntumi mba what ya say no de but say dollar no etumi e baba ye te say 11 12 a ababu anya pa no de ababu
say gina 15
yeah 15 something ejina wache no credit e ba ko pe ejina wache na say no finance minister abakase I te say penny dwale wi a na nso ye dai
asa
nti
okay nti nana me fa we car be no
we CRV 2020
Honda
CRV
yeah
okay nti no ne import duty no nko a 153,811.46
yeah
import duty no munya ya nkoma ye ho bibi
pa
omonya ne den
anka when we say anka we say ya import duty ye 100 and something thousand at least we me buy to say 2% credit free so ebeboa what you say
okay
na wa ba import VAT she no so ba bia na
import VAT no
so duty no ya ye pe
import VAT no nko an so 146,736.1
o ka mo ya ko 300,000
yes
but
na wo ba be ton car na say
na car we na kase o kan wa asem no end of the day no ye wie no ene na 4.something billion
ena ne buan kasa CCIS
one CRV
CCIS ne buan ye say nana
ene sese no wo to ma abotua duty nko for and something so some ton by 800 and something
na ni padu do say ne was 800,000 Ghana cedis a wo me de koto sa Honda
eno na ye kan wa asem say o ma pene kufado ne no ko fa mabo man Ghana ko fo nti ase
okay nti sa wo sha import VAT nko a 146,000 import duty 153,000 ni egu akire no nko atimi eye dwetire ni egu akire no kwa because 146,736.14 enti eno nko ampo edu 300,000 anasa na processing fee
okay
eno de processing fee ne de omo
ye free na ECOWAS levy
eno na banda da no ye free one san no
eno de ya
omo na ye ECOWAS levy nso nko ya 3,845.29 enti ECOWAS levy no so munya ya wo mo nte so ana say because we ECOWAS levy wa ha
ade ne de nya de ya pa ne say wo ntumi nyi nyina mfiri ho
okay
Ghana utie yenhye emra na yensan so nyi mfiri ho
okay
tienie
ba mo nte so
Ghana ne o makosoro a ensan so mbefom omanya ne o makosoro a emafom Ghana pe oh yes
Ghana na ka security ka sia ba
ne o makosoro a
emafom bi
asemo ka na ye no
no crap
oh yeah emafom say ye to dokuru mu ekodu 5 cities a emafom bi
e gina
ho na sansa bakura nim say ye bete so de la but the woman say sa taxes ni na no ye ka say yi ni na we import duty ni firi ho but mo hajoso no mo hajoso tax ni na kakra emesi what you say
na reduce
sa
financial burden no
what the men you need through ho entanka instead of say 150 something thousand na ka ya hu bibi aba e bia be 130 tienie e na import duty no import tie sa no money ya just no money
sa 2020 price you say must save 40,000
thank you what the you 2000 going through the whole time na so
e beba form
because then na chese wo muntu me ya sa de we na so man ayewo oman mu na yetumi edit tax ebiba na nkrofo etumi yeji wo musika na yo musi sa sika no anko oman futuo mu tienye yo na se muntu yi sa de we fiwo de a na che so oman na de enyo serious no kwade
no better tax asem na ka no
tienye yo
na no how no say how pa
na se sa sika no Ghana akwa hefa okay abla president Kufuor ebaye wutie odi omanu kwa hepic
yes
so mo baka ya wonama won say wom so we ya hepic toilet we ya hepic
we school ni ade
we ya bi wa hefa dabi
school
sika wo mu ya no wo mo tumi di si toilet ba kokwa ma
ana wo dem sika wo mu ya ni 2023 omunya
sika da wo ba Ghana for ye mu adra bebre
208 million 244,113.23
enti aba say 200 million Ghana cedis pa
paja yetu ebigu
no what the answer say 200 million Ghana cedis
okay
em ko yes ka ketu
ba say 200 million Ghana cedis entumi ye me kurom kwan engesi
ebesi ama sisa kraka
me say o mampani Akufo Addo edi ba womia wo mutimu ode wo ma oman menam katro wonim budget no ba ye no metena asia na mesu se enti sa na oman etie bisam sa adentia on se sa ejapa royal book no na afiansa na mate asia
afa no wate nsem ewo mu na
because se MPP win election anka Ghana ye nyina ye yankoa anka ye nyina ye yankoa no ye nyina anka ye yankoa because omanu ekoya kodu point in time chesa kesho nipa ba ko eboso
nipa ba busia bi boto
muntene ye yo ba se the whole idea ye Ghana for memufo a wo mu ni sika wo mu so wo mu sika na wo bo etete wo mu na wo se sika no de manje it is sika na account be na ko I wo se dabi oba me pacho me say nsuewe se eni ho a maka cho se fafiri ho
there be say ni ho eni wo de a wo me fa de na
wo de na wo ba fa na wo ba wo mia wo ba ka kire ye se wo ba wo be yi afiri ho enti chese na ba wo mia no ehun se me ka se me betra fi de kese kan se ba wo mia o te se remote ye me na so me ka ma anti ase ende de ma hu se
ende de ya te wase pa
because
community mu
adenti ade na ni ho wo be de ni we ye afiri ho ade be na ni ho ma ewodi what the penny some
ebisi ukrada
pen book no odo man yekoya chi o
pen ni book
ade e kopa mama nana ma papa ache yekom wo mo hyemra no wo mo kebi account o se wo mo fa akrachefo mienu no ni papa baako na me bi say papa no no dia wan ko school
okay
onim senia ye
bokro no
ye de pen
bokro o man hwe enokredie enni ho so memodo adan maka nsama ennim ego so hwe former finance minister nsama abakan all say yetche no fast say metie me kaka se bi na ya say me fi abonte na police for ba
no ma
say some na ono bakan ya che na ya
Ghana ni ye
omro mraso o ma yanti no me bi ase hweti mamufu a yaji wo musika hwe nipa dodo a ye twa bet
aji mo na 200 million
bet na mko twa ya no mendi ma musika o me twa ba 1 month me di kakra no wo say what 10% oman ben ye ama oman no mu asetena no afuno
nipa
na mum yende nyame ase na yende Kristo ase se ono a mama Ghana for san so to aba eti MPP anka oman we me say anka by this time Ghana ko ma ton da. O da anka ya ton Ghana.
E mo se la bomb.
No, you miss say budget no say o kan no, dey na mo expect no. Amemu. So na mo ogiri say Excellency John Dramani Mahama be fa the finance minister so. E ma mo dwuma no.
Ye ka say wo mu tie, wo mu hwen. So wan tempo bi be ka kire no. Say nya ye di dwa wa ma no ni. Wo mu mo banya no wo mu sambre biem.
Wow, Levis baby wo hanom. Network charge COVID-19 health. And a COVID-19 health recovery levy. Sa levy 2 we nyina e ya de kro. Wo be proposition ka ye ni ba ku.
Ene ni ho, enu ne de na ni ho. Nti enu ni na o so mi firi ho. O ma pa Mahama e ya we. Sa bla o wo so no. Na sa we ni ho. Oh, me ba next week me de 2014 2013 me de biba ba
okay
and sa charges we kwase charges we na ni wo ku pa pe ku fa na
de ma me bisa won say COVID-19 health recovery levy no kwa ye 9,228
COVID-19 health recovery
levy and network charge COVID-19 health and also kwa and I'm saying 20
o menyan
and that's tax baako and ya de edin just
nanka say enu no onipa na ogbo kro no tie nie kro no ogbo wo tie what you say ade baako pe no ya de ba fa wo ho saa
so better on here real
te say me di sika to me phone so me ko chabet
yes
me di sika no atum phone so me ko chabet and na bet na madwene sesan ya mentwa nti me yi sika na asa abam wallet wo se wate
wate 10%
na bibi te say emission levy wusie to aka bandada no ede ba ende finance minister atwam eno so na won say
na say saasem na anka wo mo de ba no nyase bi ena
wusie to no
ya Ghana ha ya cars no wo mo panifo no wo mo mre na o manyi sika na o mo de atoka tie ne enu nti obi kita car no se wusie woto a wote o se ya ne na ho tax tie ne onipa no opa wo akun opa se okun wate ase meme na me mfa car wusie ewoto na emom na mo kwan so na se me car no anya problem a ebetumi wusie abato enu nkyere se car na me de nam de bia no wusie ewoto tie ne
common sense
that is wo kaka wo na we dia oyahwana hwe Ghana ha enokre eniho me na meka kire because wo pani bia okita Land Cruiser onya problem no ne wusie no echen say ya gbo jatane what you say ba wo de no wo baka chen say wo de ne de eye photo ba me de ne ye den
wo de na nya photo wo ya ordinary Ghanaian wo de wo ya ordinary Ghanaian
say Ghana ha no say ye wo ka ye pani a I to say no me bebre wo ho ama wo de enkan emfa wo but only pass say ye de sa ebu oman no hwe eburochire wo obi o wo sika obi oni sika wo hu ye na your food tray your food bags see nie but Ghana had
the prime minister no go food tray na nkrofo ani abena brand no the bicycle ko adwuma
what you say
all right bye koso hanana tie ye no so me hu ye no menimara network charge get fund levy eno 74.7 and also our Ghana Education Trust get fund import eno kwa 23,071.72
nti sa Ghana
get fund 2 and a shell
nti me bawo nti we yes ye ba akufiri wa enye ya
ye be ye because the same get fund
tie ne yo show ye ba akufiri wa enye ye se medical aba na car na motor na nkasa motor car na nkasa 3 billion na me botu duty 4.something billion me ne yansa ban na wo yansa ban pa na wo sa de we mu ye ka mo nti ase ma to car no abrochiro onipa na ode ne yansa na adwen aye car no oto ma me 3 billion me de babo krom a o se duty me betu nkwa ye 4.something billion.
That's a check manufacturer na mo kra
nti one no na ye say aban no e ma modwuma agu omo mu dwechira se
na aban no cars ahe no ode bo man
no two electric cars omo gas omo de ba kra se ye hu be kosi
adanko da ade
okay another one is here import NHIL eno kwa ye 23,000 network charge NHIL.
What am I bibia double?
But it doesn't make sense.
And answer my young. And you didn't know what's a more. Says obikita car, obikitesika, sorry, okitesika 500 million. Tetikano, you find 500 million, 50,000. Or my penku for your dear pa, or a boar man, or your dear. Nemo, Tesikano, nothing about Yana, you, or my penku for your dear. What about Yana? Cannot try required. Many says we 200 Ghana cities at the Mobi, what try the ABR. 150. Yeah. 50 Ghana kwa untumenje.
Untumenje.
Ono promise sa. Wo so hwe se na wo gira wana o. Also the chain pano. But sa tikeka ye nketua. Nti se hu se 1 cedi 2 cedi na.
Ayera. O 1 cedi ni 2 cedi na ayera.
Ni na ayera. Da o mapana ku fa do so kan. So pese o yi kwa me nkroma efiri so no so kan. Anu aya adwunu bo no. Adwunu bo no ba create ma otongum. Says he, share 6 match. What at now? As a former president, and can call for yes, salute to when you met your own. I
call for the fancy crash.
Shed your man, be a creme, be a woman, so that. What if you so nice? Well, okay, your mobile, what a share, what a market to, okay, your mobile to what's the one where your mobile? Oh, my penny father. Are they? Nessa, the old major, mine will be a Anna Unguya. Shed ya or mind their cost. Shed tax to do a dear good number two. Wouldn't go for me, then number fear, I'm an honorable beer guy.
Any containers, I can
containers. As a man,
it says taxway, ECOWAS levy, any African Union import levy.
ECOWAS levy, no.
And I'm making ECOWAS, okay, ECOWAS Bakuni. Okay, another ECOWAS and so
thank you.
Oh, okay.
But I'm fetch you
ECOWAS in year 2 and South African Union.
I'm fetch you oh, first come no mom or the pen bobo corner and that day won't me. And your pen will be one. Some of I can't want it.
One day.
And why a couple of 4 men I want it, yeah, on my Peneco father. Now, by so now, a bobo gun from and I'm a boy, no, couldn't. As some of canoe, so Obu Crana, no, canoe. What has he? Young Shannon, taxes in the doors, taxes in the doors, taxes in the doors too much. Says over 23 taxes. Into 23 taxes and no crown. Let's say tax about 10,000, 23 year 2.3 billion.
Yeah, 2.3 billion.
No, say 2.3 billion now. What can a Bushibo Ghana, how woman who says can be
300,000, 30,000,
50,000 crowd will be that.
Say, as some I can, and yet, Obama office now, Papa, we okay. Yeah, chuck crying now, for fear, I was set me. The phone fear was a son of crying tonight. What I say, Saquina and folk fear, also crying that Nepal.
Yes.
But share, you should know maybe because near you didn't know me, Fairman on Ebano. Mammy, said you contribute to know, and you be new.
Oh, yeah. And say,
and you be new.
Now, I'm say on average, Ghana near or show and no pay.
Yeah.
Now, obey Suma Motors, say, Suma me Nisika. Me pay be a Kia money and I keep canto. On average, a baby sing.
When you see there, come on in there. So we get 100,000.
Kia morning.
Na
Kia morning.
Yeah, na
100,000.
Kia morning. Yeah, bang.
Kia morning. 2012. Oh, Unyanto.
And they all carrying ye.
Oh, Biddy, we're using a car. We're using about 2 years ago. Also, to 95,000. Kia morning.
And it is a media or time at 20. Media no time at 20.
This is the years go. And answer operation ye. Media, the Macacha Ghana for ocean ye. No credit.
Well, my watching a massacre,
sir. Car we home use. Now, where can I over age? See you. And to a wouldn't panic, wouldn't see how
Kia morning, I can once and that screen. When 100,000.
Now, now, my farmer wants it. No, you do tell me.
Hey.
Where would you do it in Ancasano? Ebia and number to say 30,000, but over age. Into way wo de baba no na wo baka ni nyina bom no na wo number ye 60,000
na wo 60,000 na be ka we aba wo
me na baka chiro obi pa on frɛ no nka chem sɛ moboa enti na card wo to an sɛ shipment ye sɛ ense ba ye ka no menia obi o ma sɛ ye na asum dedede a na onka to aluplay what you say na sɛ car na wo to atra mu dia
car na aba to dia
ani na Ghana fo ye boye homodi o
100,000
so come on this what cast and nam so
no that's I was say honorable to force and ope wutie ya yesro why ni nyida na mom
import duties
mo shama ye
na we dey anu ya ye dey
like we 100,000 obi dwetire abusia nyina sika
no this is serious
problem
what na say visa dey na number
Vit. Say and 140, 130.
Toyota Vit.
Men na make kira wo.
Buy ya near turn 18,000 and 25,000.
No prior near 25,000.
No be to be 18,000 and or turn 80,000, 70,000.
Wow.
Because so turn for man car okoto no.
Obenya sika wa he no de ato.
What I see? Every be frame me. Nana mesro mikite 50,000. Na matumi kura pema nya 60. Or you teacher ni o. Or say, I don't want to say mabon dey. Wutie. Wa tra ade 12 years. After say when you sika 50,000. Look at say 50,000 no. Basket tie kura wonyanto. Basket na tie. Imponi nyanto. Na bita da ka ba na me kwa aka mam. Enti say the abana say. Ene sa na ete dia. Nye nkwafo a ye wo Ghana ha ye so nya adwuma ye no ye beti ye hu agukuro mu ye bokọ tonaton ye bokọ gigi ye bokọ obika mokọ galaja no makotwa na me de ato ho enti nipa no epe 100,000 no na me ma aka acho so ka we me wobi enti me pe e bia 50,000 obi apade e for Ghana ye problem no no enti obedi a kire na sika so ka fi ne say shoe
yeah, fraudon crofo
every day.
Some waka na very serious issue. Eti say I was say Ghana for so serious. Na na asuma na no pe ba wo ba ye. Wa boa me no mie no. Enti ne papa mu a eya na nka momfa asem we serious say enye ba bia keke ne to ade. Ti say de na na ken. No bia a sheda apo screenshot watwa obi car number plate. No watwa car no wa posti na what the number to ho no reduce the price no by 50%. Now just say ye be real simple
wo beto obi apeka enti kai wonim say kai tie ne yo kai ye ton no 5 billion nipa ne si wo
200,000
me ya mebla wo on pese obeja car no okay me ankose kwa me kwa broche me jam ba no ma se no me the car no 150 200 masa wo bokwa kapa besia because wonim say car ne 5 billion enti wo kwa ya the car na ma ya the document amount na mum hwe car no botu ne na adam paso
baby
oba park o baby oba ko no na ko car so your mobile phone car your coins na otu botu ma phone ato enti Ghana fo enhwe ne ye ekosu de bia endra ko ebisi ye endra ebisi ye endra ya ebisi ye what you say me car me ton onipa no aba garage so be car na ato ene we o you so car no me twa pictures o baba no kwan o twa ye no ono ekotwa normal plates aketa the same car ho e da kaji obi sika car me 250,000 or da kaji obi sika 150,000
hey
na 150,000 no vit kwa no na 4x4 anti ye ni na ho eno me koso na dosu ko yi mo ye she it is obatwa car ko garage ne de se bibi na ye de garage ne entu through obakwa koto o mo what you say faka shemo ha enye mana adwuma no ye de man ye de man ye pa tese no enna wo kase wo ton car pa car dealers de azafo nko ente sa wo da bi
Toyota Vit we be no eno na 150,000 no
where you get
150,000
sasa where you 2010
okay
2010 no I was 2010 no anka also you ton by 70 but over 80 na ade nti wa hu enti me the source wa also ton by 110,000 or 105,000 but 2012 no there don't get 140 130 wunya
this
and the problem so ye wo wa ye face sisi an say Toyota Vit ye nim say eye Japan car ye Chinese tia ye Chinese Dubai ne de aba enti ye de aba no wotie ye drive from port na ye de kwa galad na ma to car na ma obi awie na o ka register no custom say car no over age wa bro ba age so matrio ba age abey den na car na fi
na wa so ati nipa na akwa register ni
sika catch him say o de me 10,000 say sika no futu be na kom
but 10,000 no wa wo ton ma me no
na to bo na sa asem sire mu yi
wa wo ton ma me no e na wo be tie sa 10,000 na ma custom sa na me am ko register car
wa wo ka register no e te ba na sa na o say ye fra wa wo ton car no ma no say car ni say na asi car su bia be fi port apie no it means ya
clear no
thank you port ya fa ka wulamu keltu na ede
eti ya just asika no DVL na so mo jewe
DVL bia custom officers wo
yes eti DVL wo
the whole Ghana baby gate or see ya Chinese tia chika na ya Chinese tia no ya hwe hu etwa hu sika ama government dada
ana ya Chinese tia
esi edi akire
yeah I think mebra Julius oba ya nche
ya sabre no wo tua wo duty na so tua no
o say can register car no
good me the car what one me na me ko register and so mini 10,000 me am atron mini 10,000 me dey
na so say see the car this wo
esi DVL wo
yes and for to be the see about 3 days 4 days also mkapesi kaba yan hwe ni
no
serious
well I think new CEO Mr. Julius we there we kwa me am
car no me de aba wo see over age me tua me can register car no so a wo see over age no car no over age no over age me tua me kita document dada se me tua ho car wo so custom officer na obey access for car no wo see over age problem me tua ho car
and the registration so kuta car papers no
the point is that before any car be a free port apie no it means all the necessary taxes e won hu bia no ye tua ansa na car na pie and that's the reason why se car na pia ye confiscate na bia ya bon auction it is a car nya pie nko ade a e kire say tax bia won hu bia ye tua so I don't know where that over age from DVLA is also coming in. So I think new CEO Mebra Julius, the last time I think last 2 weeks I was in your office. Me point am from. I think your issue be I was here taking it up. Now you read the reason why and also ewo say you over age or ports. Yes, I got you over age. Ewo DVLA. No, we need explanation to that. Yeah.
It says I want to.
Yeah.
Also, you must say. Say you can have one more general. For 2 billion.
Yes, I was here.
What I see. You perceive who for 2.
Because so better to see more remwa kotoka. Oba toka na we na ne ho asawo.
Sika krasa don be registration bra wo ni bi.
E tu wo say ye twidi bi ne chance na ye bibia ntia.
Na me twi ba ku bia 4 years.
Share. Scar be register na bi ni ho. Tu nya to divi ne po ho ana ne. Nya o nti say nipa no ka so oba register. Ni ebesa na for sa wahala we nyina mu dia na chese. I don't think it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense. Me be register can my over age over 10,000 Ghana. No, it doesn't make sense.
Obi kwa ka chose me do 30,000.
No, it doesn't make sense.
If a car na o kwa register. Yes, since the bit na could 10,000 ya.
Nti wo me
before we drive
I want the wo mu hwa ya pa na ya pa. Ya besra pa wo mu hwa